Very rarely am I pushing and pushing and pushing to the point of sex because I can always tell like where we're at and what I could get away with or where the girl's at in her like threshold, right? So I can usually tell where that's at. There's no point of like going all the way for it just for her to shut you down. Instead, I would have built it up a little bit, pulled back, teased her, built it up a little bit further than that, painted the idea of what could happen potentially if we were to keep hanging out, but then said, nah, we can't do that, blah, blah, we got to behave this and that, blah, 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 blah. That's all I would have been thinking is like escalate, pull back, tease, solve logistics or seed logistics. So instead of like over escalating and hitting those thresholds or going past those thresholds to the point where you're actually hearing the word no or hearing like a hard resistance, you pull back before she pulls back. And then you play the cards that she was playing, and then you actually create a stronger connection with the girl while still keeping it fun and flirty. And then you come up with an idea of something else you guys could do, and then you lead to go do that thing. I would have been like maybe thinking about going to get ice cream, going to get drinks, going to an apartment, seeing what she has going on later, bring up the idea of us doing something else. And since I wasn't so super pushy for the now she can actually trust me a little bit to do the other activity. The problem is when you over escalate and you actually hear the word no and you hear that resistance, now anything that I suggest that we go do, it seems like I'm trying to do that so I can still get an opportunity to fuck her. But if I'm the one that's pulling back and actually just trying to get to know the girl a little bit more and creating that connection and then escalating a little bit, but pulling away and then creating a stronger connection, and then suggesting we go do this activity, and then I lead her to go do that activity, and then now we're alone, and the vibe's been building up this whole time, and the tension's been building, I could get away with a lot more and maybe even get across the finish line at that point. Actually being the one to pull away and actually push her away. I mean, you don't literally need to tell the girl to go home, but I'm pulling back and I'd be like, hey, we need to slow down, or we need to calm down, or wow, you're trouble, or wow, you're tempting me so much right now, or wow, oh my God, I can't even imagine what it would be like if we were alone together, or whatever it is. Based on how the vibe's going, I'm going to say like one of these different things, right? And by doing that and pulling back and then actually creating a stronger connection with the girl, it builds trust, it builds security in a bunch of different ways. One, it shows I'm really not just trying to fuck, because otherwise I wouldn't have been pulling back so much. Okay, so that conveys like not really just trying to fuck, especially since I went into comfort and connection building of showing her, hey, it's not just about the sex. I need a connection too, and that's how the girls create connection and arousal. She feels more connected to you. She also feels like she can trust you more because it's not just about the sex. That also makes her more inclined to want to come with you somewhere else because she knows, okay, I can actually be alone somewhere with this guy and he's not just going to fucking pounce on me or even potentially rape me. You got to understand this from a girl's perspective. Like she's a lot smaller than you. She deals with a lot of horny dudes. There's probably been one or two dates in her life where the dude just got butthurt or overly aggressive or just whipped out his dick or just straight up tried humping her or whatever the fuck it was. Okay. These are what hot girls go through, guys. I know me personally, I never imagined any of that because I was some loser. So like that wasn't part of my reality. But as I got better and better with women, you start to realize like this is the kind of shit hot girls go through. So this is why we have to do things this way. This is why the structure is in place this way. That's why you create that connection. You pull back a little bit on the escalation. You do another activity. You lead her to do the activity. She goes to multiple venues with you without being dry humped the second something happens. If anything, you're telling her to calm down, create a stronger connection with her. She feels more connected with you. She trusts you. The tension's been building. She wants it because you've been pulling away from her. So she's actually escalating on you to an extent. And then later on, all of this good stuff can happen. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And by the way, if you want to work with me personally to implement any of the techniques in this video to become more socially confident, get more women in your life, build a bigger social circle, and really just dominate life in any aspect socially, I can help you with that. I'm the guy for that, okay? Been doing this for a long time. I've transformed myself going from a video game nerd loser to becoming one of the top guys in the industry with this stuff, okay? So if you're interested in working with me personally, click the link below, click the link in the description, fill out the application, and we will be contacting you to discuss further details. Until next time, Coach Kyle signing out. Peace.